Hello and welcome to Beyond the Real. My name is Alex.
And I'm Mark.
And today we will be talking about one word. Tenet.
Oh.
Okay. So, walking in, I didn't know what to expect from this movie. It caught me off guard. I still remember watching all the trailers, and even walking into the theater, I didn't know what to expect. What about you, Mark?
But for me, the trailers were awesome. I really liked the trailers. I felt like this film was gonna be action packed, but it misled me. And what I wanted to see in a movie, I didn't get to see that in this film. So I was kind of disappointed in not getting what I saw in the trailer. So I guess false advertising, I guess.
So Tenet was meant to be this year's big blockbuster during the COVID-19 pandemic to get us back into theaters. However, I don't know if it would have successfully done that. Even if the COVID wasn't happening, I don't know if this movie would have broke the records that previous Nolan films have.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
But in terms of the movie, I mean, I feel it was style over substance, and I mean, I'm not trying to. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, it's very entertaining, but there's no real substance. The characters are very weak, and we don't know what the heck is going on. I don't understand the plan. I don't know what they're trying to achieve. Like, I don't know what you.
I mean, it's the same thing for me. You don't know what's going on. You're thrown into this film with no knowledge of any of these characters. We don't know any of them. We don't know their backgrounds or nothing. We're just thrown into it. I mean, we're thrown into action right off the bat, and it's awesome to see it. But I wish we actually got to dive in and get to know each character a little more. And the main character, he doesn't seem like the main character.
He doesn't even have a name.
Yeah.
Protagonist. That's all we know.
And it's like I wish he was more of a driving point for other characters than he was for himself. And I wish we actually got to learn more about his character, but I mean, we really didn't.
Yeah, I agree. Like, he's really the driving force. He kind of develops somewhat Robert Pattinson's character. Same with Elizabeth Debicki's character and the Russian oligarch. Like, he's kind of just there to drive the story forward, and his actions, I feel like he's trying to achieve something, but what he's trying to achieve, I'm not sure, because at the beginning they say that he's recruited to prevent World War III, but then later on in the movie it's like, oh, he's not. We're trying to make sure the world doesn't end because time this and time that, and it's like, what? I don't know what's going on.
It's like what you're saying with the time and everything. Like with the inversion, when they were talking about that, like, that's what I was really hoping we got to see a lot of in this film. And like I said with the trailers, they don't give you that. Like, the trailer was a whole different movie that I wanted to see, and what I got, we didn't even get to see that much inversion. I think you get it like 4 times, maybe 5 times within the film. I can't remember, but I wish we got more of it, because I felt that Christopher Nolan, he's a unique director. He likes to do his own stories. He directed and wrote this, so maybe sometimes being too unique is bad, I guess.
Yeah. So before we start getting into spoilers, really that's what we can say, that it was very hard to understand, but stylistically it is really cool. There's good action. The actors are doing a very good job, but like, it's just very confusing as to what is going on, like, in terms of story. So getting into spoilers now, I didn't understand. Like, he's recruited from the CIA, but then it's like, okay, he's automatically thrown into the job, and it's like I don't even think he knows what's going on, because they start showing him about inversion, and then he's like, they tell him that he's gonna be going in undercover as a buyer because he's trying to get plutonium, but then he finds out it's not plutonium, and then he's like, oh, it's a time machine basically. So it's like, okay, so we have to stop this guy from getting it. But going back to the inversion, there's so much going on that you don't know, like it's never fully explained as to what inversion really is, or how to use it, and it just gets really confusing.
It's like how you said, it's style. I guess style over substance.
Yeah,
that's literally what this film all is. I really didn't know what was going on, and I wish it was more, I guess, more simplified than it was. It was too complex. I guess trying to learn these characters, it was too complex. The action scenes with him in the kitchen, I love that. All the action scenes were awesome. I loved all of them. When he was fighting himself when the first time, I know this, the first time when Robert Pattinson was on the other side of the windows, like seeing all of that, man, it was awesome to actually see the inversion actually being used. When they're in the scene in the streets and the cars, that with the inversions, all of that was awesome. And I wish it was more, I guess, simplified, so it was better. It could be a better understanding movie for everyone.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, this movie was too scientific for me, because I watched it with subtitles. This was my third viewing, and I still couldn't describe it to you, because like there's no real rules as to how the inversion works. You don't know the consequences, and it's like, for example, when there's a scene where they talk about the grandpa paradox, where it's like, if you kill your grandfather, does that mean that you would even be alive to do the act? Because if you kill him, that would mean you cease to exist, wouldn't it? And then they kind of just gloss over it. It's like, oh, well, it's a paradox, you're not supposed to understand it. And it's like, well, in the sense of this movie, I think I should understand it. And then they even talk about the parallel worlds theory, which basically means that we can't know the relationship between different consciousness and different timelines. So I feel that was their way of being like, shut up, don't think about it, just go with it.
Just watch the movie. Yeah. Just get through it. Just watch it.
And I mean, like we keep saying, like it's cool, but you literally have to just turn your brain off and just go with it, because you probably won't understand it. I don't even think you're supposed to understand it. And honestly, there's really not much else I can say about it, because I mean, it's cool to see, it really is, but there's just nothing to it.
Yeah, even the scores, the music, I felt like it would have been more. I guess the movie would have been better if I told Alex maybe having Hans Zimmer actually do some music in there, but we didn't get that. So I don't. It's decent. The film's decent, I guess.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
As they keep saying in the movie, what's happened.
Yeah.
So. I don't know. This movie it's something else. Like Mark said, it's unique, but maybe a little too unique. And I really don't know what else to say. I recommend you watch it, but
you're probably gonna have to watch it a couple more. It was my first time watching it, so maybe after watching it, 2 more times, like Alex did, then maybe I'll understand it. If he doesn't understand it, I'm probably not still gonna understand it. So I don't know. You guys just probably have to watch it and just see it for yourself.
Yeah. So I guess that wraps it up.
All right, guys. Well, that's our review for Tenet. Make sure you subscribe, share, and hit that like button.